with those?
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
Because you don't want to see. You want to see my face.
I want to see your face.
I can imagine why you'd want to see the face.
And make sure that you are actually blocking out the...
the ring light? Bam, check that out. Boom. I did it.
Oh, you're beautiful.
I did it just, sweetheart. I'm all about hooking you up.
Guys, oh my gosh. We're still a little jet lagged, just a little bit. But
a little bit. I just woke up from that.
Yeah, but really energized. So basically, we left Arkansas.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we left Arkansas.
The morning of the 19th, right?
The 19th. Got up at 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Left the morning of the 19th.
Yep.
It is the 20th there still. So it's still 20th here.
No.
Because we're 6 hours ahead.
Today's the 21st.
21st. Oh, I missed a whole day.
Hey.
So we left the morning of the 19th
21st.
and we were awake all the way.
Until 10 p.m. last night, which would be 4 p.m.
4 a.m.?
No, 4 p.m.
Okay.
So 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., 34 hours.
So we were up 34 hours. And
I tried to sleep about 2 hours on the plane. Didn't work.
We started seeing some London last night. We spent all day in London today.
Spectacular.
Hop on, hop off. If you guys know
Highly
us,
recommend.
you know we love it. So we saw so much in London today and absolutely could have stayed another 2 days.
Did we mention how awesome Phil Woody is?
Phil Woody
My gosh.
actually arranged this trip for us guys, and I gotta tell you, he's missing his calling. He needs to be a travel agent because he is
us up.
fabulous, absolutely awesome. Looking at him right there, he's moderating
Just
you
gave
guys.
me a killer massage.
Because Michael is jacked up.
Shoulders messed up bad.
Oh,
Ow.
his whining yesterday. His whining.
My wife is just mean. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. I mean, these are the goods, baby. These are the goods. You're supposed to be like taking care of the goods.
He's like, I think I need surgery on my arm.
No, my shoulder.
Well, you were saying your arm.
I was saying my body.
He said, I think it's my bicep. I think I need surgery. I hurt
Listen,
so bad.
I've got some nerve impingement.
All right, let me show you this. Okay, so he's on the plane, right? Oh, Matt Tickle My Limits.
Up, dude?
Hey, what better way to get in my training session than to watch Mr. and Mrs. Monster live stream? Good to see you.
Now that's a guy who is smart right there.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Levin Gasparini also on. Looks like we got all you guys jumping on. So
man, it's been a while.
So anyways, let me draw this picture for you. Okay, so we're on a plane and Michael Todd is trying to sleep. And he's sleeping like this. Let me take these off. And then he's sleeping like this. He's sleeping like this. He's like, so
Dude.
you know his neck and his back are jacked up. And I'm like, listen, you just need to go to sleep. You just need to go to sleep. You just need to go to sleep and rest. And all that stuff will get stretched out. So we went back to the hotel yesterday afternoon, slept a couple hours, got up and tell him how you felt.
These things are getting in the way. That's what I was saying. What? I don't know.
And then we slept like 9 hours last night.
We did get some sleep.
We slept good. So he's still having a little bit of shoulder pain, but we are certain it is because of impingement from sleeping or not sleeping.
I really do think it's like left shoulder blade just to the right in that area, and it's running into my shoulder, which makes it sometimes feel like a bicep tendon.
Yeah.
Because it runs from here into there around the back. I need to get
Robert, you haven't missed anything yet. We're just talking about Michael's aches and pains and him thinking he needs surgery, whining.
My oldisms.
And my
back. But who saw the 27 reps at 176 seated curl? What?
Anyways, guys,
right,
we are super excited. Again, we just want to talk about, looks like we might be lagging a little bit.
Oh, it says it's blurry.
I might need to turn. I think, hang on guys, hang on just a second. I think I have too much going on.
Lots of things on the Wi-Fi.
Sometimes if you have too much on the Wi-Fi, it makes stuff lag. So I'm going to actually log off with my computer.
No more computer action. That's what she said.
There we go. And we're going to see if that helps us.
Well, we can't see there though.
Well, Phil, let me know if we're lagging.
Phil, you've got to be the guy.
I'm telling Phil, he's right out there.
I'm telling you.
In the kitchen.
He's a real dude.
Robert said that was nuts, Michael. Hey guys, looking happy and healthy.
My man, he's talking about that 176.
Sarah Latona is on.
Who?
She is my opponent that is training way too hard.
Yeah, she needs to chill.
All right. Yeah, just chill just a little bit.
Go on vacation.
Take a another long vacation.
Right.
But anyways, guys, we are in the UK, and we're going to be here for 2 weeks. Super excited to be here. We're going to be doing seminars. We're going to be doing a motivational speaking. We're going to be hopping around. We're going to see this entire place so much.
We get to see a whole lot.
Yeah, we're going to be at the Arnold.
Can I mention thanks to Phil Woody?
Thanks to Phil
Dude
Woody.
has hooked this
who
itinerary
arranged
up.
this. Absolutely.
But yeah, so we got the Arnold class. What do we got tomorrow? Windsor Castle,
I don't know our
Stonehenge,
schedule.
Wales, get to Birmingham. Then Birmingham, we get some sleep, wake up the next day, kill it at the Arnold Classic. Supposed to do a collab with Eddie Hall, Big Laws, some other folks. Eddie basically said get in touch with me at the weekend. You know, he wants to do something, looks forward to meeting me. So I don't know. Hopefully it's a gym workout or something because, you know, I gotta put these muscles to work. But what else we got?
Benji, that's right. Phil is getting around. You know who he reminds me of?
Everybody puts into work. Everybody puts into work everywhere he goes.
One fellow I'm not going to mention though, but every time you pop up something, it might be Trump's inaugural speech or whatever that person will pop up.
Yeah,
don't mention the
that's
name.
Amazing.
It's another person in arm wrestling. You all know who he is.
He's so cool.
It's like, how do you wind up
people hate
everywhere?
Him, but like literally, you could be watching a Trump thing and he's in the background somewhere.
Will, I really am. Hey guys, what's the farthest north you'll be going?
Okay, is this Will who has the restaurant who turned the boat into the thing?
In Scotland? I don't know. It's
okay.
Will really.
Edinburgh is as far north as we're going to be. Edinburgh.
Right.
But I think if that's the gentleman, because I think his name's William. I don't know, but he had invited us to his restaurant, which was a bar that turned into a restaurant. But it's like 7 miles from Loch Ness. But I typed it into the thing. It's like 3.5 hours from Edinburgh. We only have the one day, and I think that's the second in Edinburgh. Second or third.
Someone mentioned on here that they hope you get a session with Eddie. We do have plans to meet up with Eddie.
Hope so. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Super excited about that. Also, Emma Todd, how do you look so good? Hang on. At your age, guys, is cardio a huge part of it?
Nutrition, cardio obviously. I lackadaisically do cardio. Rebecca kills cardio. Nutrition is the key. 100% nutrition. You've seen our before and afters in the 6 months. Mine, I've been on TRT. I'm with Frontline Alternative. Rebecca, completely natural. Only thing she changed was her nutrition. The only thing that I changed was my nutrition. I'm actually on less pancakes, right? So people are like, "Oh, dude, you got on the pancakes." But no, TRT, dude. I started treating myself like an athlete. I started putting the right fuel in my body, and it just. You know, it's hilarious because you look at the before and after pictures, and I was down 50 pounds, 52 pounds in the pictures, right? And I'm like, why would you think that was pancakes? Dude, it's 52 pounds. Now, I am stronger. And Rebecca came up with a good point. She's like, listen, okay, so someone said size, if you're bigger, you'd be stronger. I'm like, clearly not, because I was 293, I'm 250, whatever. And I'm stronger now. But she's like, okay, are you stronger because you started treating yourself like an athlete and the protocol you've been doing the last 6 months, meaning my powerlifting, just how I'm treating myself like an athlete, if I'd have done the exact same training, but I would have eaten 2,000 more healthy calories a day, and I was 280 instead of 250, would I be stronger? And that kind of made sense. In that instance, I probably would be stronger because I would have done the same. Prior, it was just I was 293, whatever, putting crap fuel in my body. So if you buy a $100,000 sports car, put premium leaded fuel in it, it's going to run better. So it really, I don't know. I'm very happy with where we're at. So to answer the question, how do we look so young? Nutrition is the key. Obviously, the leaner we are, the healthier we are, the more active we are. We feel great. And with the next year's tour, the Quest for 100 coming up, when we did the tour last year, we had so many amazing experiences and so many cool things we did. And we realized had we not been so fit, we wouldn't be able to do them. But there's still more that we want to do. So the fitter we are, the better we're going to do.
All right, so I need to read this question.
I know.
Ask you one damn question, and I swear, 30 minutes later.
That works.
Ambient Worlds. When was your last leg day, Michael?
That is so funny because
much love from Alabama. Okay, thank you so much for the super chat.
Appreciate it.
That's funny.
I'm getting skipped leg day a lot on some of my curl videos or any of my videos, and I train legs.
Don't post this.
I train legs every week. I mean, I've done a 500+ pound squat that you guys have seen. I've done over a 600 pound deadlift. I have strong legs. I would consider to be very strong legs. They don't grow. Now, my legs do look pretty good. I be showing them off to Rebecca all the time. She's like, yes,
they're lean.
Baby, they're just not as proportionate to the rest of your
They're not.
body. I'm like, but see how lean they are? She says, yeah, but they should be bigger.
And y'all,
I'm like, that's the only thing she said should be around. I'm just saying.
I figured that you guys don't want to know this. I'm going to tell you anyway because you guys keep bringing up leg day. His little butt is also becoming more buttish.
But I thought you always liked my buttish.
I do. UK and Germany are so close. I didn't. Are you coming to Dubai for? No. Hope you head over there. No. Excited for you to check out Adam Warzinski at East versus West.
Yeah, man, he's really impressive. So I watched him beat Brent Rikers, which was crazy impressive to me. And then didn't he have another really impressive win recently? Oh, I guess he beat Paul Talbot pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
Is he the one that hurt Paul?
He might be.
Or no, Paul's left got hurt, and that could have been in a match with Artem or the match before. I'm not sure. But yeah, Adam's very strong, very impressive.
Oh, Marks. Yes. So the entire country, of course, and many around the world are mourning the Queen, and we just happened to get here. I've wanted to come here my entire life since I was like 2. As I remember. Matthew Singer, when is the next local event? Just let me finish this.
Go ahead.
And it's a very somber mood. Pretty much anywhere we go. We went to Buckingham Palace today. Went to, we saw Westminster Palace. Everywhere around, there are just flowers and letters written to the Queen, you know.
Some of the sweetest letters, too.
It's some of the sweetest stuff. So it is definitely, we were in London all day today.
And yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. So we are actually headed to
Windsor tonight.
Windsor tonight. Okay, so the next
local event. I want to do Monster Michael Todd International November 26th, which is Thanksgiving weekend. But we don't get home until November 23rd from East versus West and our like belated anniversary trip to Amsterdam. Mm-hmm. Rebecca thinks it's too short notice to do it. It's Thanksgiving weekend. I want to do it then.
No, it's just that we're too busy.
She wants to push it to next year.
I do.
So we have not made a decision on that. If there isn't the next local event that I will host, if I hold one, will be Monster Michael Todd International, and it'll be November 26th. It may not happen though. Just depends.
Don't think so. So anyways, guys, I'm going to step off for just a second because what we really want to chat with you guys about, please share, get the word out, tag your friends, your arm wrestling friends that are in the UK because we have a seminar coming up and I'm going to let
Big Daddy Phil Woody
and Michael talk to you guys about that for a moment.
So this amazing young man who has set up this entire trip for us has also set up a really cool seminar. And I think it's in Durham. Is it in Durham?
It is Durham, but we said Durham.
Durham. I thought I said Durham. Did I say Durham?
Durham. But it is Durham. Yeah, everyone calls
Durham.
Durham. We call it Durham. We do call it Durham. We're odd when we say things over here.
Yeah. It's October 1st. Go.
Guys, there's the details. So yeah, it's October 1st. It's at the Radisson Blu in Durham, which is a lovely hotel. It's a cathedral city, absolutely beautiful city. The doors are open at 12. Hey guys, I see the message popping up. Doors open at 12, runs till 4 o'clock. There'll be refreshments as well. It's £50 per person and only £30 for your younger pullers. It's going to be a fantastic event, what we're putting on. And free car parking. Get yourself there, guys. It's worth the trip. It's just off the M1.
I think they put together something awesome. I'm super excited. Like I said, to be here in the UK for 2 weeks, this is the longest international trip Rebecca and I've ever taken. And this is a place she's always wanted to come. So for Phil to set up this seminar, I knew we wanted to do something while I was here. So what happened is he had contacted us in regards to that particular date because of another event that's taking place. And so we booked this entire trip around that. And it made sense to combine the days, do everything on one day because we're trying to pack so much stuff in. So we are going to be at the Arnold Classic Saturday. And then he's got, like I said, amazing tour. So we're going to the Lake District and stuff, but we will definitely be October 1st, Durham, Radisson Blu, having a great time. I'm excited. So there will be, I actually had someone message me today, would I be pulling there? Yeah, the seminar will consist of just, talking about technique, training, nutrition, Q&A, my journey in this world, what my goals are, plans are, basically just helping everyone try to advance the level of their game, right? And then a Beat the Champ, which we will film for our YouTube, our Facebook, everything. So come on out, see if you can crack this right arm. It's uncrackable. But you can come try. Prudent it. Do what?
How to get a hold of Phil? Did y'all talk about that?
How to get a hold of Phil? IG.
Yeah, Instagram.
YouTube,
It's
whatever.
Phil_Woody_. So Instagram Phil_Woody_. And
Phil_Woody_ Instagram. Check this dude out. How many spots we got left? Like 10 or something?
yeah, about 10.
About 10 spots left. So love to have more. It's just we don't want to pack the space too much because we want it to be more of that intimate environment where everyone gets can soak up as much knowledge as possible. Super excited about it. Looking forward to it. It's something that this whole kind of trip was built around. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. Hopefully y'all can make it. All right, so bye, Phil.
see you later, guys.
Back in the back. I may have missed a super chat. So
I'm
let's go
actually
back
about to read those right now. So I'm going to start out with Will I Really Am. It's an open invite if you guys make it to Scotland in the future. I'll keep the Barge Championship until Mr. Monster easily wins it. Enjoy your trip. Thank you so much for the
I
support.
do need to get quest for 100 awards.
Michael B, thank you so much for the super chat.
Appreciate
There was
you,
not
boss.
a
Comment with that?
question.
Question, yeah.
If that was an accident, please comment again and put at Monster Michael Todd so it'll show up on our stuff, okay? And Joe
Mr.
Fox.
Joe Fox.
Hello, Michael and Rebecca. Hope you have an amazing time in the UK. Good luck with the seminar. And will you be pulling with Eddie at all while you are there? And you both are looking amazing. Thank you so much.
We hope, I mean, I know we're going to be meeting with Eddie. We're hoping to collab with Eddie. I don't know what what he would like to do. I'm not going to force anyone to arm wrestle if they don't want to arm wrestle. If he just wants to work out, if he just wants to hang out, whatever. But yeah, so I would love to get on the table with him because, I mean, I'm a fan, right? I mean, anyone who can deadlift 1,100 pounds and go blind for 30 minutes afterwards, a pretty impressive dude, right? So, and like I said, he and I communicate relatively regular. So definitely want to get together and do whatever he wants to do. But yeah, man, I'm excited about being at the Arnold Classic UK just because the Arnold Classic has always been a fun event every time I've attended wherever it was at. To be here at the UK. I know Rebecca was hoping to be around to see Tia Claire Toomey, but I don't think she's going to be there till Sunday. And I think we're going to be on our way to the Lake District then. So maybe if we run into her at the hotel or somewhere, it'd be super cool because we are super huge fans of the fittest woman on earth.
Super
Probably
huge.
the greatest athlete of this generation. So she's a beast.
All right, so I'm going to do some Q&A right now.
I like the Q's
and I'm going to
and
pick
A's.
some funny questions too, okay?
All right.
Lake District is beautiful, Fox 8 Ball says. I can't wait to get there. So this is from Sarah Johnson. Funny question for a good mood, all right?
All right.
What makes you laugh and where are you ticklish?
What makes me laugh? Huh. I mean, I don't know. I laugh a lot. Rebecca and I have a lot of joy in life, right? So we find ourselves laughing regularly. Ticklish. Where am I ticklish? Am I ticklish? I'm sure I'm ticklish. I mean, can you think of somewhere offhand that I'm ticklish?
Well, I can think of places that make you jump. I tickle them.
Well, this may be a little R-rated, so leave that one to your imagination, I guess.
Okay. NWUK1. I'm not sure I understand this. Okay. It says, have a great time while you're here. Sorry if this has already been answered. Where are you? I think that might be misspelled. Bosomy. Bosomy? Is that an English word, Phil? While you are here. And did you bring any merch?
We did not bring any merch. Primarily because we brought luggage for 2 weeks, right? So we are notorious for overpacking. So I'm sure we brought too much clothing, but I didn't have room to bring any merch. And
Visiting is what he meant.
yeah, because so at this seminar, I believe Phil and them have got a Monster Tour shirt that they have available, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, we'll be visiting. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be the most packed day we have total. Then Arnold on Saturday, Lake District, Sunday, Monday, York, Whitby, Durham. What's the other place? Harrogate is going to be before Durham.
Viking City, York.
Yeah, I said York.
Whitby.
I said York, Whitby, Harrogate, Durham, And then I know we're going to Holy Island or something in Edinburgh.
Island,
Yeah.
Bamberg Castle.
Bamberg.
Bamberg.
Dude, I don't know. It's going to be awesome. So, but best thing to do is come see me on October 1st. But yeah, what kind of you said refreshments? I'm down for refreshments. What are we gonna have?
Tea, coffee, energy drinks, water. There'll be a bar there as well.
I like energy drinks. I need energy drinks. Hey, did I tell y'all Redcon 1 Energy is coming out like in a few weeks?
Yes. So
And they're taking care of our tour next year.
that's right, guys.
Quest for 100.
Quest for
Use
100
code
if you didn't
Monster20.
know. Plasma Jackson, question to Michael, why do many bodybuilders get destroyed in arm wrestling? And who is the strongest bodybuilder you faced on the table?
Okay, well, I mean, it comes down to arm wrestling is a specific strength. If you watch a lot of bodybuilders want symmetry, right? So the smaller the joints are, the larger the muscles look. Now, this is not the case in all bodybuilding, but oftentimes they want to have a smaller joint, so the appearance of larger muscles. Arm wrestlers want bigger, thicker joints. It's a tendon ligament game. And although they may be strong in the gym, their tendons and ligaments have not developed enough, or their hand and wrist is not strong enough to support the load that their back puts on. Or an experienced arm wrestler is oftentimes gonna take the hand and wrist away from someone who has a big arm. Now, once they realize there may be a gap in pulling strength, they'll go into the bicep and test out their bicep as well. But we're doing that by securing a position, and I don't know, man. We train specifically for arm wrestling. I mean, now people who are notoriously good at arm wrestling are all laborers. Almost everyone who works a labor job, who works with their hands, wrists, and forearm daily, are going to get an arm wrestler. Strongest bodybuilder I've ever arm wrestled. I mean, do we count Larry? Do we count Jude? Do you count? I mean, no, Larry's competed. But I mean, do you count those guys who have experienced arm wrestling? Or you just count bodybuilders, like just who are specific to that sport. I wouldn't really have an answer for that because I haven't arm wrestled a lot of bodybuilders in my time. I've arm wrestled some strong fitness models at the Arnold Classic at some of the arm wrestling booths. They would show up and I was like, damn, that guy was strong, you know. But no names pop out.
Levin Gasparini says, what does MMT think of Corey versus Czar, possibly at East versus West or King of the Table?
I think it's an awesome match. I think it's amazing that Czar was interested in pulling Corey because he just had a huge win over Vitali. So yeah, it was a very cool statement or reflection of where the world believes Corey's level's at. And I'm gonna tell you guys, his level is very high. He's very, very strong. His hand and wrist are so thick. The kid's got such a bright future, and he's just such a good, humble guy. And we use the word humble a lot. We're professional athletes. I mean, people aren't saying, oh, you should be humble as a boxer. You should be humble. Being humble doesn't mean you're not confident, you're focused and determined. When I say humble about Corey, he's just such a good-hearted person. That's what I mean by that. He's just a good kid. And I cannot wait to see what he does in this sport because I truly believe he's the future.
Fox 8 Ball says, by the way, it's Edinburgh. Is that correct?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Borough.
It's not Edinburgh? Edinburgh?
It's not, no.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
It's like, you know, Durham, we say Durham. When it's Edinburgh, we say
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Yeah.
Edinburgh.
And
Okay,
Sorry.
funny story, guys. Yesterday, Phil stops at the train station to get us some cappuccino. And before I can even order, I think I only said like 3 words.
Then that's
and the ladies start laughing at me.
And then Rebecca's laughing
I'm
back.
laughing
like,
back,
"What the hell
and
y'all
we're
laughing
just standing there
Yeah,
laughing at
yeah.
each other before I could even order for a couple minutes.
It ends up being, I think, Rebecca's accent that they
were laughing at
laughed
my
so hard
accent.
at. But
I
it
didn't
was
know
pretty
my
funny.
accent.
We
Yeah.
just got off the train in London and at Greg's.
Greg's.
Greg's
Yes.
or Greg's?
Greg's.
That's what I thought. Yep.
Yeah, the monsters. Are you still using PEDs or have you stopped? He probably went on at the beginning.
Yeah, TRT, I'm a frontline alternative. Probably the happiest I've ever been with any hormone replacement therapy of my life. Most extensive conversation I had about my blood work. Super cool thing is everything I'm on is prescribed from my doctor. I did my blood work when I started doing my blood work. 90 days later, everything had improved. Liver function, kidney functions. I'm the healthiest I've been in years. And like I said, I feel amazing. And I'm a big advocate, always have been, of males over 35, 40 years old taking TRT. Women have been using hormone replacement for years. without judgment, so I don't know why men should be judged for that. I'm not competing in a tested sport. So, and even if I was to go to IFA or WAF, I believe they offer a therapeutic use exemption. So as long as you're within the parameters, it's fine. All I am is a 49-year-old aging athlete who wants to be in his best form, but also have his best health and best quality of life. So I think the abuse of PEDs, which I wanted to go down that path. I wanted to see what was possible. And the thing is, it doesn't work for me. I'm not a guy who gains weight well, right? Just through massive amounts of calories and shit calories. Is it possible that I could gain good quality lean muscle mass with a lot of PEDs if my nutrition was perfect? Possibly. I don't think I have the dedication to eat that clean that long to make it happen. Plus, blood pressure goes through the roof, all kinds of stuff. This is a very good version of me. I feel healthy. I'm performing well in the gym and elsewhere. But, so yeah, I feel great, man.
Andrew, TCG Playroom, question, outside of the U.S., what is y'all's favorite country to visit and why? That is a hard one. And someone asked a while ago if we plan on visiting India. We just did in July. Now, India was absolutely amazing. I enjoy my favorite up until I have not finished this trip yet. Okay.
I completed the UK yet.
So, but my favorite to this point is still Italy. I love Italy, and maybe it's because we had more of a home.
We're also
experience.
foodies, and we love the food. So,
and just I don't know. I liked. But see, so many of the European countries, the culture is so similar. I can walk through London on the paved streets, and it feels like when we were in Paris, and a lot of areas looked like Paris or looked similar to things that I've seen in Italy. So a lot of similarities, right? But I just loved my visit with Italy, and I don't know. But that being said, fabulous time in France, fabulous time in India, having a wonderful time here in the UK.
We enjoyed Amsterdam.
Although
I was very sick.
Loved Amsterdam.
It's just the scenery and.
Yeah.
But so far to date, it would be Italy.
Turkey.
And that's because of the combination of everything.
Greece.
The combination of.
Forget about Greece. There's
Greece
so many amazing places that we've been. So it's, if I had to really stick with a favorite, it would still be Italy. But everything else is just so.
We're
close.
also blessed to, when we do travel,
Yeah.
because of the arm wrestling community, that we're always welcomed with open arms. People are always happy to have us, and they always treat us like family, and that's what this sport does. And so many times y'all heard me say this before, Rebecca's like, I cannot believe we get to do this because of arm wrestling.
Right.
And it's because of arm wrestling, it's because of the community of arm wrestling. We could still visit all these other places without arm wrestling, but I don't think we'd have the same experience, because just like this trip, we're gonna need to do what locals would do, what Phil suggests versus what TripAdvisor suggests, right? So, all right, go ahead.
Michael B. Michael, I was wondering, what would it take to get invited to the Monster Factory? I missed you guys in Duluth. Do you mean as a participant, or by the way, we still have a couple of VIP seats left?
We do have a couple VIP seats left for the next Monster Factory. We were planning on doing, the card has been full ever since a week out. Now I'm planning on doing 2 out of 3 matches Friday night after weigh-ins. Like when we did rules last time, we kind of checked the feed and everything. So we have one 2 out of 3 match, and then we're gonna set 2 more 2 out of 3 matches. So those matches still need to be filled. I don't know what does it take to get an invite. Does it help if you have a social media presence? Of course, right? Because we're trying to get views. We're trying to push arm wrestling out to the mainstream.
Well, we're trying to sell it to sponsors, and sponsors need to know what we're bringing to them. And
so if you have a
social media platform, it only helps us to present that. You know, that sponsor will then be able to be shared on that person's social media platform as well as ours.
But
so
also, it's kind of like how Neil does Arm Wars. We want to find matches that are good matches. So if you have an opponent that you have some history with, and you're known for having some grinders, you know.
Which we just had a spot open up, actually.
Well, I've got to replace that. I got to replace Justin Bear.
Yeah.
I did message Chris Chandler as a replacement
Okay.
on Facebook, and he has not responded, but I haven't messaged him via text yet.
Okay. NWUK1 says, it's great having you on a live at a UK friendly time. Been following both of your progress pictures and you've smashed it. Well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm going to be honest. We're proud of ourselves. And we're proud of ourselves because of oftentimes the decisions we've made nutritionally. You know, we made healthy, nutritious decisions yesterday. Like, we're in London. We could eat anything we wanted. And both of our meals that we ate out yesterday were lean meat, green vegetables. She had 2 salads, I had salads, and I had a steak and vegetables, right? And it's just, and that's what it takes for us. You may be different. For us, it's about nutrition. It's about consistently making healthy decisions. Go ahead.
Sarah Johnson, this is funny because it's the same question that asked of you. Where am I ticklish and what makes me laugh? Okay, so basically a lot of things
I
make me
her
laugh.
laugh.
I laugh a lot. Okay, I mean we really have some like sick humor going on. But where am I ticklish? Just the bottoms of my feet. Every time I get a pedicure, absolutely makes me crazy. But this is not funny. So do not laugh.
Are you going to talk about today's experience?
I'm going to talk about today's experience.
Okay, so this is going to show up in her blog of her travels, but
so this is not
literally
funny.
happened today. So
this is not funny, but you need to understand. There's a little sick humor to it because it's the difference in
the
culture.
Yeah.
Right? So, by the way, England, I'm among you. You are my people. Okay? That my DNA says so. And when I shouted that to the people here in the UK, they didn't respond. I said, "You're my people," and nobody, turned around and cheered. But anyway, so we are on. We traveled into London by train, and so we traveled out of London by train back to Red Hill, and the travel to London was amazing. It was
super easy, super
no
convenient,
problem.
no problem.
And we had
relatively empty car.
We had Phil
almost
with
got
us.
to take a nap, but Phil was wrong about the times of the change of the train.
So we had Phil with us, which made it easy, right?
It did make it easy.
Today, when we're alone,
Yeah.
we get there, and the next thing we know, the trains that we're supposed to be getting on are getting canceled like this.
Yeah.
And we're like, Phil, what do we do? And Phil's sending us, okay, get on this train, on this platform, you'll make this switch. And we're sitting there going, oh my gosh, we're going to be late or we're not going to make it. And then we're getting
And there's
close.
a lot of people lined up.
There's a lot of people lined up. We're getting close to the yellow line and people are pressing on us. And these people are announcing, don't step past the yellow line. I'm going, my anxiety's up because I'm thinking we get pushed off into that. I've seen what happens in movies. You don't make it back, right? If you get pushed down onto the rails and a train comes, it's just,
This
lights
seems
out.
like a Michael story. She's taking a long time to get to the
This
point.
is where I'm going with this. All right. Person comes over. This is the first time they come over the speaker, PA. Yes. So you see some trains are being canceled. They're being rerouted. This next one's going to be really full. You might want to move to the one over on platform 11, but it's going to be really full. So be sure you let people off before you try to get on because someone got hit. And so they're having to cancel some trains. Someone got hit? What? That's the first time I heard it.
Someone got hit.
Huh?
Which
Someone
is
got hit.
horrible.
So we wait another 5 minutes. More people are pressing in on us, pushing us closer and closer to that yellow line, which again, you step off. You're down there in the rails. Comes over the PA again. Just another quick announcement. You might want to maybe move across to another train. This one's going to be full. We're having some trains canceled, so they're having to kind of put everybody in them together. Be sure you let people off before they get on because someone got hit. And we had to cancel some.
Now, the difference in culture was that we were back at home.
Let me get to there.
Okay.
All right?
Because it gets worse.
It gets worse. We get pushed onto the train. And when I say we get pushed onto the train.
Like, it was very, very, very.
You've
very,
all seen
very,
stampedes.
It was very congested.
All right? My body was not having to move because it was being moved. But thank God it was through the open door and onto the train once the train gets there. And we are packed. We are packed in like sardines. And I'm looking at this lady
She's
next
freaking
to
out.
me.
She's not doing
because
well.
I have anxiety, right? I mean, I can't move. And I'm trying to reach for my uncle and I can't move my arms. I mean, I'm like this. And I looked at this lady next to me. I said, is this typical? And she's like, no, this is not typical. I'm going, oh my gosh, this is not typical, Michael. This is not a good situation. And the person comes over the PA. Yet again. Yes, this train is really crowded. Be sure that you move all the way to an empty space to allow as many people on it because we're having to cancel some of the trains because a person got hit. All right, this is now the third time that I've been told a person got hit. You've now put it into my brain that the person got hit, and I'm really starting
to
panic
We know about
now.
the person getting hit.
I'm looking at Michael going, did she say a person really got hit? And if that wasn't enough, then the engineer, the driver, of the train comes over and he says,
whatever.
Okay, I'm not sure what's wrong with our PA system, but I just needed to tell you this. So they've had to cancel some of the trains, combine some of the rails, because person got hit, dismembered, and they cleaned up the mess, but I don't think that we can stop there. I'm like, oh my God.
They went full details on us, right?
Dismembered, they cleaned up the mess. This is how this would go down in America. Hello, your train has been delayed or canceled altogether or redirected because we have technical difficulties.
Yeah, they would not have said someone got hit. Much less dismembered.
Dismembered. Yeah. And we've cleaned up the mess.
Exact words. So I was like, wow. Huh.
What is going on here?
They just go straight at you. Bam, here you go. This is what's happening.
I'm looking at Michael and said, did he really say that? And that wasn't the last time it was said.
No, it was said several more times before we got to that.
Before we got off. Yeah. It's like before every stop.
At least they're informing you of what's going on. So
do not step across the yellow line.
Yeah, she got really freaked out. She's like, listen, don't lean against the door. Don't. I'm like, baby, I'm fine.
Listen.
Like, I'm good.
I know. And I even told my daughter, I'm like, this is the difference in PA announcements in the UK and in America. She goes, I like it. Don't sugarcoat it. Straight to the point.
That's it.
Teach them right. If you just said in America, there's technical difficulties, they don't know. Don't step across the yellow line.
And no one's half the battle.
We know.
Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
It happens. That often people are numb to it. It happens so often that people are numb to it.
Wow.
Damn it.
I can see why, though, man. I mean, there's a lot of people. It's a big city, and there's a lot of people traveling by train.
Welsh Toro, we are in the UK, and you can actually
the best thing to do is just show up in Durham on October 1st for the seminar. I think there's about 10 spots left available, but we will be traveling around. But it's the stops where we'll be interacting mostly would be at the Arnold Classic on Saturday, and then more than likely the next place would be this seminar. We are taking a little R&R while we're here, and of course we're still hitting our workouts, right? Got to make sure these muscles get worked. But yeah, so we're here to see the sights, enjoy the scenery. One cool thing that happened while Phil was there, we had just arrived yesterday. We're walking across the London Bridge, and guy goes, "Are you Michael Todd?" I'm like, "Why, yes, I am." So, I mean, it's pretty cool to be in London and have someone recognize you. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
You guys at a stall on Saturday or just visiting?
Just visiting, yeah. We, Redcon 1 did not have a booth here, so we just came over. Essentially, like I said, the timing worked out when Phil asked us to come over for the conference that he has, and so we set up the seminar, and then we were able to make it to the Arnold Classic one day. And that really was I've been wanting to meet up with Eddie for a while, and Lawrence Chalet, Big Laws, that he and I went back and forth for a long time. He may come visit when he's in the States, but we wanted to see him while we were here as well. So
Sarah says London is awesome. It really is. I'm so excited about seeing all of the other things that we have to see, though, right? Someone, I think it was Will I Am. He says only 10 trains canceled. That's a good day in London. But I think he also said that if they said technical difficulties, that people in London would riot. If you just tell them what it is, there's no riot.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now we understand. Is your accent that weird for UK people? Apparently.
Apparently. Yeah, it was pretty funny, I'm going to be honest.
My old university town. It has a fantastic cathedral, one of the best in the world, and a must-see. Thank you, Welsh Toro. I'm going to put that on my list.
Yeah, well, Phil's been telling us about it. He said it's an amazing town, and he has set aside some good time for us to get to relax and see everything it has to offer. So
yes. I think there was something else. Let me say there was something else I was supposed to visit. Who is your opponent in your next fight?
Evgeny Prudnik for the East versus West Heavyweight Championship of the World. The weight class is 115 kg. I thought that was a 253-pound division, but when I typed in the kg to pound conversion, I think it's like 253.7. So I don't have to cut as much as I thought. I'm excited about that. Because although I got down to 240 and I pulled North Americans at 242s, that really came down to me having a couple of stomach issues from travel. And each time I lost about 10 pounds. And now I'm sitting regularly between, what would you say, 250, 257 first in the morning. And I did start creatine about 5 or 6 days ago. So I'm a few pounds heavier now.
The Cheetah says, Mike, how old were you when you started arm wrestling professionally? First of all, guys, it's Michael. He doesn't go by Mike. A lot of people do call him Mike.
Yeah, I respond to it more now than I ever have in my life. But if you'd called me Mike when I was a kid, wouldn't even turn my head. I thought it's like calling me Fred. I mean, my name was Michael. I responded to Michael, and it wasn't that I was being rude. Mike didn't register as it being me, right? My first arm wrestling tournament was 1990 Saline County Fair. It was my 32nd anniversary 2 weeks ago. So I'm now in my 33rd year of competition.
Professionally, how old were you using Commute?
What are you talking about? I've arm wrestled professionally like the next event.
We didn't
have novice and amateurs and shit. I just went to the next arm wrestling event and competed. And within 3 years, I was pulling John Brzenk and Ron Bath, and I took third in the nation behind those two guys.
Imagine this. You do understand that as a people, we are getting weaker. Okay? Because, and I'm sorry that I have to put it to you guys this way, but oh, by the way, someone asked, what do you stand for? There's a whole lot of F's that we stand for, okay? Faith, family, friends. I'm gonna let you figure out the rest. But anyways, firearms is one of them too.
Freedom.
Freedom. Yes, all right. Where was I going? Weak. As a people, we are getting
It's participation awards is what it is.
Participation awards, we did it. So used to, when this guy got started, and up until how recently?
Oh, I don't even know.
Maybe 20 years?
So there was one league that held amateur competitions. And I was new enough to where I could do amateurs and pros. And I never, ever, ever had went to a tournament and just entered the amateur. I would always enter the amateur and the pro if I went. But yeah, so I pulled my first ever competition, which was a wrist wrestling competition in 1990. Then I went home and built my own table and started holding tournaments at my local boys club and started competing that way. Yeah. Within 2 years, I went to my first pro arm wrestling event, August 1st, 1992, BJ's Country, Bossier City. 4 weeks later, I was at the national championships.
Yeah, so this is where I'm going with this, guys. We have people going, but why are these elite people or these professional people coming and pulling tournaments? And that's exactly what you sound like when I read it, by the way, in my mind.
In her mind, that's what it sounds
actually, all I see is a big vagina just speaking, okay? Because the reason why, when this guy started pulling, he would show up and there would be John Brzenk, and that's who he'd be pulling, okay? Because people, all one class, didn't matter if it was your first week or your 30th year. It was all one class. Yes, they had the weight divisions, but still there was no novice, amateur, whatever. Yeah. And by the way, if you're a woman, that's the way it is still, okay? You just show up and you pull.
Yeah. So
shut your pie hole. You don't need.
She is not going to shut up.
You don't need all these special classes, and you don't need to be telling people just because they're good to stay home and not pull. What do you want?
Yeah, because I mean, I got a lot of shit for pulling North Americans, although everyone there was super happy to see us, right? Even the guys that were in my division that I competed against. And the thing is that John Brzenk is John Brzenk because of that, because he went and competed every weekend. There was a tournament, you know. If it was $200 pay, $300 pay, he'd go and he entered 4 or 5 weight classes. He flew for free. I mean, John showed up and competed everywhere. So that's how arm wrestling was prior to the world of super matches and, you know, challenge matches and vendettas or whatever you want to call them. We showed up to arm wrestling to prove how good we were. We showed up to tournaments to prove our level. And as you guys know, Quest for 100 starts in January, and I will be doing exactly that. So if you guys do not like seeing me in North Americans, you're going to hate me next year.
We are excited to be bringing more attention back to tournament arm wrestling. We're going to be highlighting tournaments all across America. Super excited about that. But here is the thing. When did it become, I don't know, acceptable for people to be pissed because good pullers showed up at tournaments? When did that become acceptable? So one of the arguments is, well,
it's a pro class, but he's an elite. He's an elite. He shouldn't go to pro classes. What is the definition of pro?
It means you get paid.
Listen, guys, if you have a tournament at the county fair and it pays money, expect me to be there.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just dumb.
But and what kind of man or puller do you have to be mad that somebody good shows up that you now have to pull? Did you show up just because you wanted the participation award?
And I don't know if it's a fan thing. Fans only want to see elites pull elites or what. But listen, you gotta. It's not even sharpen your craft, hone your craft, develop your whatever. I love competing, and I don't want to sit around for 6 months and wait to compete. And although there are a lot more events now, you see East versus West. I mean, here I'm pulling Prudnick, and then 3 weeks later I'm pulling John Brzenk because we have him at the Monster Factory. I could probably stay busy once every 4 to 6 weeks and only do Supermatch arm wrestling if I wanted, and that's great. But that most of those are gonna be international. I love traveling international. We love seeing the world. We love that. I miss my dogs. So I'm gonna stay mostly in the United States next year and travel with my dogs. You know what
Sarah
I'm saying?
Latona is like, look, Sarah Latona is like, my second tournament I pulled pro. Yes, because if you're a woman, that's what you get.
Yeah,
you
right.
you're lumped into all one category. So it's kind of funny, actually, the name that is used to mean weak among men. We women have them, and they're actually much stronger, by the way.
Yeah, so somebody, I think
Trey
Arm
Sweet.
Wars, is that Neil Pickup?
Hang on. Trey Sweet says newbies think pro arm wrestling is just super match format. Yes.
Yeah, suit.
And I'm calling him Sweet, and that's what he's sticking with. All right. So NWK1 says surely, and this is dead on how the guys felt when Michael showed up. The people that he pulled, nobody complained, right? He says surely as a competitor, you want to have a crack at the best in the world. I would love that. If you're
in the States and look out for us next year, everyone's gonna get a shot, right? And when he say best in the world, I'm not saying I'm the best arm wrestler in the world, but I have been among the best for a very long time. And that's what he means by that. When you get a shot to pull the world's elite, the guys who've been at it the longest, I mean, who's gonna turn down a chance to pull John Brzenk? Who's gonna turn down a chance to pull Dave Chafee or anyone like that if you show up and they happen to be at the event? Most people want to do it, right? You want to find out where you're at, and that's the opportunity a lot of people are going to have next year because I will be competing in multiple classes, and we all know my left's not quite what my right is, so there's going to be lots of opportunities to try to get some wins on me.
Arm Wars, I think this is Neil. What day are you going to be at the Arnold Classic UK? So Neil, we were actually going to reach out to you.
Yeah, so we will not be there on Sunday. We were going to be heading to the Lake District on Sunday, and I was going to message you about stopping by possibly Manchester and seeing you on Sunday, but we're only there on Saturday. Now we're staying Friday night. We're gonna get there late because we have a full day Friday, and then we're gonna stay Saturday night so that we can possibly do some collaborations and stuff. But we'll get up Sunday, we maybe sleep in, whatever. Maybe get a collab in Sunday morning before the Arnold, and then head out towards the Lake District. So that's our plans.
Will I Really Am says people are pissed when MT turns up because it's game over. And actually, guys, he was so nervous.
I'm nervous already about my quest for 100. Like, I've got an itinerary laid out, and it is insane. And Rebecca's like, don't read that to me, because it's just too much, right? Because I've already got January taken care of. I've gotten a couple of dates in February. I've got every weekend in March. April 1st, hopefully, if Robert Gould's still on, will be in Maine. That is contingent upon the birth of our 5th grandchild, right? She is due on April 13th. If everything goes well, we will definitely be there. If not, that trip I'll be back home waiting for my grandbaby, right? And then we'll go into April. We have an event later on that month, possibly Louisiana State on the 29th. But then May's pretty busy, right? June's pretty busy. Now there is one I'm going to go ahead and tell some people I might be at. Good chance. That North American event that Sean Hancock's putting on in Vegas, the one where I pulled out last year against Ron Espy, or this year against Ron Espy, because it is June 10th, and it's in Las Vegas, and I turn 50 years old June 12th. What better way to celebrate my 50th birthday than Vegas? So go compete June 10th, win a bunch of first places, and then celebrate my 50th birthday.
Sarah Latona says, I didn't complain when I pulled against Michel Dugan, the Black Scorpion, right?
Yep.
In October at the Olympia last year. I was excited. Yes, that's because you're tough mentally. And guys, all of these participation awards and men having vaginas has allowed you all to become soft. Here, toughen up. You got to toughen up.
Man,
all right.
She's vibrant while we're in the UK. I just woke up from a nap.
Listen, if I can talk to if I can listen to Tia Claire Toomey talk about how to be mentally tough And it just dawns on me that that's the problem with our entire society is they've gotten too soft.
I mean, so I'm gonna be honest. That is.
Toughen up.
I believe that wholeheartedly. That as a nation, as a world, as a society, we have become soft. Soft in a way that we allow ourselves to be okay with being average. Push yourself to be more. You know, everyone is capable of more, right? Whether it's, you know, in sports, whether it's your physique, whether it's your health, whether it's your finances, whether it's your faith, everything. You know, whatever you prioritize, whatever you are most focused on, or whatever areas of your life you want to achieve and excel at, just, you know, set short-term goals, reach those goals, set more goals. But I mean, it's sad today that we live in a world where people are okay with just doing the bare minimum, because that's not how I was raised. I always wanted more. Always wanted to do more. I always wanted to find out what I was capable of. And that's what we've been doing with our health. And that's why people comment on Rebecca's 6-month transformation as if it's over. It's just getting started. And it's not about the aesthetics. It's not about the physique, how we look aesthetically. She wants to achieve her best level of fitness ever, to the point where we went to a CrossFit box the other day, told the owner what her goals were, and he felt that was unobtainable within 12 months. I'm like, you don't know her. This chick's crazy. And if that's her goal, as long as that remains her goal, she will achieve that goal. I mean, she is allowed to change her mind, and other things could become a priority. But what I'm saying is, if those things remain her priority, I guarantee you she will succeed. About being soft.
Yeah. Trey Sweet and JWAW. Okay, so Trey, I think that Jay is saying pros should not compete against amateur guys. Come on. Okay, so pros cannot pull down to amateurs, but amateurs are allowed to pull up to pros, and we let them, and they should be allowed to do that. And also, you need to understand, a lot of people don't necessarily get that amateurs can stay in that amateur. I've seen people there for 10, 20 years, you know, in the amateur bracket, whatever. I think you might be thinking more about novice. Okay.
Listen, you can show up at a tournament, and if it's your first time to ever compete and you feel
froggy,
jump in whichever class you want. But to sit here and say pros shouldn't pull amateurs, pros will not pull an amateur division, but pros pull whoever's across the table from them.
100%.
That's the definition of a pro.
Yes.
You know, when someone comes across the table, they shake your hand, and then oftentimes people are like, oh, take it easy on me. Listen, dude, don't get in the pros. If take it easy is the first thing coming out of your mouth when you're in a match, then you probably shouldn't be in the pro class.
No, I mean, you don't necessarily hit on everybody. I've
seen
that.
That's true, but moving
you can get
forward,
yourself in trouble like that too.
Moving forward, when you're competing at a pro level, and especially since I'm going to be competing in so many divisions, when they say go, I'm going.
You're going to have to.
You know what I mean? Like, expect me to be flashing fulls all of 2023.
I think that there is like 30 plus events he's already got us scheduled at. And guys, if he's pulling an event, not just showing up and doing a king of the table against people that don't know.
There will be no practices in 2023.
No, if he's pulling an event every week, you can bet your sweet bippy. When they say ready, go, he's going.
Yeah.
All right? Because you can't let people get on you when you're pulling every week like that, right? You just can't. You won't be.
I had a point where I was going earlier about the whole soft thing, but I've completely lost it now, so whatever.
Oh, it's going soft.
Yeah, we know that, but I have no idea what I was going to say.
Trey Suit said I pulled 2 amateur tournaments, then jumped straight to the pro class. Eric Pender, I just bought a table. Do you have workout vids? Yes, he does.
Just check out the
for
YouTube.
Training.
Yep.
Will Ermy smash Jerry?
Man, listen, Ermy's is a favorite in my opinion. It just, does he know how to pull Jerry? If he does not pull Jerry smart and gets into a war, Jerry will beat him. If he pulls Jerry smart, he has the potential to light Jerry up 3 straight. It's just if he gets caught up, his ego gets in the way, it's so easy to want to pull him in a certain way and like get in position and pose on him and say, look, don't do that. Take the easiest path of resistance against Jerry Caderet. That is the key to success. I never choose that route, and I always end up in a long ass match, you know.
Hector Ibarra says, how confident are you against Prudnick? Thank you so much for the super chat.
Well, here's the deal. I wholeheartedly believe I'm going to win. Is there a chance that I may not? Yes, of course. I mean, it's competition. It's two guys preparing to be their very, very best on one day, right? But if I'm a betting person, I'm betting on me to win. And I say that because my preparation is very tunnel vision focused on being a very confident, strong, healthy version of me. And I believe that's going to translate very well to the table.
JWAW. So Michael does not pull amateur classes. No. If you're asking if he's going to pull amateur tournaments, I bet you didn't know this, that Worlds, WAF, is actually an amateur tournament. Did you know that? World Championships is an amateur tournament. And all that means is they don't have money payouts. Okay?
Well, I'll be pulling events that do not pay money, absolutely.
It'll
be called an open class, meaning it's open to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not enough money events for me to win 100 first places in 2023. My goal is to win 100 first place awards, whether it be a medal, a cup, a hammer, an axe, a trophy, whatever. Whatever. I want 100 first places in 2023. In 2001, I had a sponsor. I pulled 35 events. I won 112, 114 awards, but it's only like 92 first places. I weighed 198 and entered every weight class. This year, I may make 242s. I may have to pull supers and have to pull more divisions, but I am over 40 and I will be over 50 at some events. So am I going to pull a master's class? Yes, because I qualify as a master. Once I'm 50, I'll qualify as a grandmaster. Don't have a division that I qualify for and expect me not to enter when I'm trying to get 100 first places, right? I have a goal. My goal is bigger than what people's perception or idea of me is on social media. I'm going to go do something that's never been done before, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy watching
it. Queero Design, whereabouts are you? Would love to meet up and give you some free product.
We'll be at the Arnold Classic on Saturday in Birmingham. So currently we are in a ping pong medal.
You know it, Neil.
That's right. Okay, so let me tell you about a ping pong medal. I'm relatively good at ping pong. My claim to fame is on a Carnival cruise. I beat the senior Olympic gold medalist. Now, yes, she was like 70.
70?
But she was the gold medalist, right? And she was a beast. Like, she was real close. Like, she's a 6-foot woman, long levers, had a good reach, had a great forehand. And that match went probably 26-24 on my weight. She had to win by 2. And I still have that medal at home. So that's the Neil Pickup reference there.
Hector Ibarra, what will happen or what will you do if you lose against Prudnick?
What would I do if I lost to Prudnick? I would come off stage, kiss my wife, and then go have an amazing time in Amsterdam. Because it's arm wrestling. At the end of the day, dude, my world does not crumble if I lose to Prudnick. Why do these questions not get asked to Matt Mask or Marcel Bozer or the whole other half the arm wrestling world when they lose? Because every time 2 people compete, one's going to win, one's going to lose. The rest of the world doesn't get these questions. I seem to get these questions for some reason. If I lose, I will pull John Brzezinski 3 weeks later, totally destroy him. And then I will go on my quest for 100. But, like I said, I do not intend on losing. If I do lose, I'll shake the man's hand, probably let him rub my head, and then go about my day. But I do not see that happening. I do not see that as a likely outcome.
I played some 70-year-olds on a cruise too. They are no jokes, as James Clark. Right.
I'm telling you, man. They got a lot of free time. The ping pong game is tight.
Justin Cobble says apparently Big Laws used to be quite a ping pong player. I think he was a British national champion or something.
Really? Damn. Okay, so Rebecca has seen me play ping pong numerous times. Every time she's seen me play, I've won, with the exception of when we were in Kuwait. And I got handedly beaten. So our host in Kuwait trains with the Olympic ping pong team, right? So I think, game goes to 21. I think twice I got 11. The rest of the time, this dude got me like 21-7, 21-6, 21-9. I think a couple of times out of maybe 15 games, I got to 11. Dude was an animal.
Wait, JWAW, he says they do get asked, but he just means, will you change your plans for what? Because the quest for 100, that plan doesn't change.
There are no plans that are contingent upon me beating Prudnick, except adding another world title to my resume.
That's it.
That's it. 24. And I will have now won the world title of every major professional arm wrestling league, with the exception of King of the Table, because for some reason I haven't been invited back. I want that. Holy shit.
Vegeta, you are an inspiration, Michael. Learning a lot, watching your videos. Rematch with Larrett. Is it likely to happen?
We had spoke about that, about before we retire having a rematch. Do I have any vested interest in destroying that long, lanky Canadian? Not really a priority, but I'll happily do it.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty damn good at ping pong, says Trey.
Trey and I are supposed to start sparring together, too. He actually trained for, I think he was on the training for the Olympic team for Taekwondo. So I think he said he did some time at the Olympic Training Center. But yeah, Trey and I are supposed to start sparring. And I've been wanting to get a ping pong table. I just hadn't had anybody to play with. So you might be the guy.
Trey says, how many times do you see yourself defending that East versus West title after
I crush Prudnick? So here's the deal. England has already messaged me about the January 21st East versus West 6th event. I have considered being in Illinois State that weekend, right? As my quest for 100 will start in January. I have been offered a potential match in Ireland, which could be January 7th, January 14th. If I was to be successful against Prudnick and I had another match set up for the 16th, which would be a short turnaround from, East versus
December?
West, John Brzenk, and then January 21st. Now I was talking about January 21st. If that would be the case, I would probably fly to Ireland try to have them set up the Ireland match on the 14th, compete left-handed on the 14th, stay in Europe, and then go to Istanbul and compete right, and then go back home, and then go compete at Hattiesburg, Mississippi on the 28th, because I have to go get the hardest thing is the answer. This is all about answering Trey's question. How many times do I think I'll defend? I'll defend enough times to where I get to keep the shield and the helmet, right? That's minimum, because you have to defend like 3 times or something to keep the award, and it's all about the award.
He said win it 3 times, so you'd be defending him twice.
Yeah, win 3, whatever. But as far as one-on-one matches, it's difficult for me to choose one-on-one matches, even if they have a nice paycheck with them, over an event where I'm only going to win 1 award at the super match versus 4 to 6 or 8 with overalls and different divisions and everything I can enter. Quest for 100 is real, guys. When I say I want to win 100 first places, it's not, let's just throw this out there and how cool would it be to say I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. I'm winning 100 first place in 2023. Yeah, what you got?
Trey said something about, I just try not to kick my head off my body. That spinning heel kick is scary. What?
You're talking about us sparring.
Oh, okay. I think we're going to need to wind this up because we got to drive. But you guys have been awesome. So again, if you are in the UK and you can make it out.
If you're in the UK or you want to travel to the UK to meet this guy and this girl and Phil
1st.
Woody, October 1st in Durham at the Radisson Blue.
Radisson Blue. Yes. Contact Phil on Instagram.
Phil_Woody_.
That is right.
I don't know if that's right or not, but I think that's what he said.
Phil_Woody_. And he will give you information on how to secure your spot. There are only like 10 left.
I mean, 10 people went on there and purchased their spots already since we've been on here.
And he will give you the information on how to secure your spot so that you can be there at the seminar. I think it's scheduled to go for hours. He said refreshments are available, and I don't know what the refreshments are, but I can tell you I had an English breakfast this morning. Bam, that stuff is
Let me
awesome.
tell you, if you wait to see me on October 1st, I will not be this tan.
No, we're going to get pale.
We're going to lose our tan while we're in the UK. I put a lot of work into this thing. And went to Florida, was in the pool regularly. Damn it. I'm gonna be pale now.
We're going to get it back, baby. But anyways, guys, you have been awesome. We got to get on the road and head to
Windsor.
Going to Windsor Castle first
Tomorrow
thing in the morning.
That is not true. First thing's going to be cardio. Second thing's going to be eating. Then Windsor Castle.
Am I getting another English breakfast?
I don't know.
It was so
It depends on how lucky I get tonight.
good. Talk to you guys later. You've been awesome.
See ya.
Thanks.